Well, we are here. We're live. I know it's Monday afternoon and a lot of y'all are working, whether you're working from home or working afterwards. I know many of you are going to see this and you're going to see the replay. So be sure to put hashtag replay. Be sure to tag Kammy. I am live with star team builder Kammy Perion. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm excited because so make sure you comment in the chat. You guys have been popping those comments up and I'm going to decrease so she can increase and she is the pro. And so I just want to take a couple minutes, you guys. First of all, yesterday we had a jamming meeting with our senior consultants in our area. And I challenged every senior consultant. As our seniors debut to Red, I'm going to be coming to you live just like this in our Solids Rock Facebook group for a little bit of share for folks to get to know you. So before we do anything, Kammy, I want to give her accolades. And Kammy, I want you to just tell a little bit. I didn't even tell you this. Just tell a little bit about what you love the most about being in Red and one tip you would give those that want to go Red. So Kammy Perion, you guys, she lives in Suisun City, California, the same city that her director, Angela Davenport Lamel, lives in. She is happily married for 11 years, has a boy and a girl, 19 and 5. Get excited. Yeah, that's what happens. She lost her job, you guys, during the pandemic. One of the 2 million plus women that have either chosen to leave the sales force or have been driven out of the sales force during this pandemic, but she has her Mary Kay. And so she is currently a star team builder. She has been doing amazing things and retailed over $2,071 in these bouquets, these gorgeous Mother's Day bouquets. She was a part of her unit becoming a Cadillac unit. She is an all-star and working to shut down Princess Court. So before we get the party started, people are watching from Dallas, they're watching from Detroit, they're watching from all over, and they're saying, congratulations, yay, Kammy. So Kammy, tell them take a moment and tell them before we get started talking about Mother's Day, what do you love most about being in Red? And one tip you would give the women that are on their way to moving there to Red.
One thing I love about being Red is I helped other women start their business, and just reaching out to other women and helping them start my business is just one of the joys of being Red. And there's just something about putting on that red jacket that makes you just feel so good. I love being Red. Although my director says I need to burn that, it's time to get blue. But I just love being Red. And
your national says that too. Get excited. Don't burn it. Will burn. Build your unit. That's
and when awesome. I tell you, just when you're close, just don't give up. One of my goals was I was going to go to a career conference, and I wanted to be Red before I went to career conference. I became Red at 10 o'clock the night before career conference. So it's just a decision that you make, and just go for it and don't give up.
I love it. I love it. And so that is the challenge. We are looking for how many new star team builders we will have by April 30th, and we're on our way. Well, this is a lunch hour program, so we're not going to be here forever. And so I want you to jump right into it, Kammy. We are looking at you with these gorgeous, gorgeous creations, and I stalk her on social media. Okay. And I was like, Kammy, help a sister out. Now you are going to see gorgeous and amazing. I posted in our area group the gorgeous baskets that Carolyn Coulter puts together. Many of you are just so in awe of the creations that Angelique Talbert puts together, and some of you will go that direction. But I really love these, and I think I might even be able to do this, Kammy. They look so gorgeous, and who would not want one of these as a gift? So I am just going to pass it off to you. You take it away and share as much as you need to. Go for it, Kammy.
Okay, well, happy Money Making Monday. So I'm going to show you how to push these bouquets for this Mother's Day. They're so simple. It helps you if you have extra inventory that you want to push off your shelves. Just get creative. Right here, I have one. This has the hydrating lotion and the hydrating body wash in there. This has Bella Bolera perfume. So you can just create any bouquet. Just get excited and don't be afraid to just get to work when you're creating. I think this one has fragrance-free satin hands in it. And then this little guy has one of our lip kits. And this is the new lip kit. So I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful bouquets. And they're super, super, super easy to make. All the supplies that I got, I don't pay much because I want to keep that price. I want to keep the price point down. And so I get most of my supplies from the Dollar Tree. So to get started, you're going to take a foam block, and this came from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a satin hands bouquet with you guys today. And we all have satin hands laying around. Don't forget to put your labels on the back because we don't know who's giving these, and we want to make sure that we get those return customers. So another thing that you're going to need is some tape. So I got my tape here. These are some kebab sticks, and this is what's going to hold your product to the styrofoam. And so it's going to elevate. You can use these to elevate your product up. So you got your kebab sticks. I have some extra tape here just for reinforcement because some of the products are heavier than others, especially if you're working with our fragrances. So I have that. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and tape the kebab stick to the back of the Nourishing Shea Cream because I'm going to poke that right down into the styrofoam. Okay, see that? And I'm going to poke it right into the styrofoam. And for the scrub, that's kind of, it's a little tall with the spout, so I'm just going to leave that be. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape the softener to my stick. I'm telling you, this is so easy. You can whip these out in no time. And so what I done is I made some up, posted it to my social media, and my inbox has been flooded. Okay, so after you get those guys in there, I'm just going to go ahead and take a piece of tape and put it around the three of them to hold them together so that they will stay in place. You can use, like I said, you can use any of the products, any of our products. Some of them, I have customers who customize their bouquets, and then some are just ready for gift giving. But you can't go wrong with satin hands. You just cannot go wrong with satin hands. So I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to tape that smoothie to the back of my styrofoam because I want him to stay in place. And it doesn't matter what it looks like underneath here because no one's going to see it. So it does not matter what it looks like. Okay. So now that we have our three products there, our next item that we are going to be working with is some tissue paper. And like I said, you can get this from Dollar Tree, also Walmart. You just don't want to spend a lot. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set my piece of tissue paper down. And I'm going to go ahead and put some flowers in here and start to form my bouquet. Now my flowers, I have a whole big old thing of flowers over here. Dollar Tree again. Now you can find some at your at Walmart or Michael's if they're a good price point, but you don't want to spend a lot of money because we want to make some money this Mother's Day. We don't want to go and spend a lot of money. So this bouquet, I'm just going to make it colorful. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick my flowers into my bouquet. And I use, get you a pair of wire cutters because you're going to need some wire cutters to cut the stems of the bouquets. And once you get the hang of it, you can do color themes. So I have this blue going on over here. You can do pink. You can play around with these bouquets. I'm just going to go ahead and stick my flowers in here. I'm going to do some different colors in here. And let's see, I'm going to stick this one in front. Don't be, like I said, don't be afraid to play around with it. And then you can always go back and fix your flowers or fix your flowers up if you don't like the way it looks. Okay, so that piece of tissue paper that I had, I'm just going to go ahead and fold that up just like this. And see, that bouquet is already forming. So I know you're like, well, Kammy, how do I get that brown paper on? Okay, I'm going to show you that part. So that brown paper, again, came from the Dollar Tree. It has little polka dots on it, but you can use any brown paper that you find. Just make sure that it's thin. You want a thin paper so when you go to fold it, that it will be easy to work with. So to get the shape of that bouquet, I'm just going to cut a square of this paper off. I'm just going to cut a square, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And so after you cut that square, you're going to take that square and you're just going to cut that square diagonal. And that's going to give you enough paper for 2 bouquets. So you're just going to go ahead and cut that diagonal. For the sake of time, I have one already done. And you're going to end up with this. So it's just half of that square. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. It does not have to be perfect. So I have a long piece, and then you're going to have kind of like a pyramid shape in the front, and that's the part that you want to be in the back of your bouquet like this. So go ahead, when you get that, you're going to lay your paper down. You're going to get your bouquet, and that's where your second piece of tissue paper comes in. And I noticed last year I used a lot of flowers. This year we got smart, and I start using more of the colored tissue paper, and it acts as a base in the back of my flowers, and then I didn't have to use as many flowers. So I'm just going to take that tissue paper, give it a good little shake, and I'm just going to sit it in the back of the bouquet, just like this, just like that. And then I'm going to lay it down at that corner like I showed you, just like that. I'm laying that down. I hope you guys can see that. If not, I'm going to work a little bit higher so you can see. Okay, so I'm laying it right here. We have that tissue paper in the back, and I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that brown paper around the bouquet. And I'm going to wrap it just like I'm wrapping a Christmas gift. And you're going to have extra paper left over, so just go ahead and cut it. And like I said, do not be afraid. A lot of people, they get afraid on this part. Don't be afraid. Just throw that extra paper away. You don't need it. And I'm just going to fold both sides in, just like this. So I want to do it again just so you can see this part. So I took those 2 pieces. I'm going to fold and fold. And once you get it right where you want it at, because you want to make sure you can see your flowers, you can go ahead and tape it down. Okay. And then we're just going to fold that in just like we're wrapping a Christmas gift. And this is going to be the bottom of our bouquet. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Put some tape right here. And then I'm going to tape that up. Oh, I lost a piece of my tape. Okay, I'm going to tape that across. Okay, this tape is acting silly with me today. Okay. And there you have your bouquet. And you can always go back in and add more flowers and adjust your tissue paper in your product so that you'll be able to see it. Now, the last step is our bow. So see, I have that little bow and the little band around here. So we're going to go ahead and make that. Now I have some ribbon. The ribbon, again, it came from Dollar Store. So I'm going to cut a piece of the ribbon, and we're going to wrap the ribbon around our bouquet. And then we're going to take just a little dot of hot glue to glue our ribbon around our base. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that ribbon. Glue one side, And then I'm going to glue the other side. And our bouquet is coming along perfectly. Okay. Now, if you're not a bow maker, I'm going to show you an easy way to make a bow. Super simple, super easy. So just take you a little piece of ribbon. And I call it like, like the little breast cancer little bow. You're going to make one of those. And after you get that, so you're going from this to just crossing the ribbon over and making that little loop. After you get that loop, you're going to take the bottom and just scrunch it together like so. Okay. And that's an easy, easy, easy bow. And I like to cheat on my bows. So to hold them together, I just take a little piece of string. I have some little transparent string, and I'm going to tie that together in a little knot in the back. And you won't be able to see this little knot because that's where we're going to glue it down at. And that's the easiest little bow. Now, if you're a bow master and you have another way, go ahead. But this is like the easiest way to make a bow. I'm going to take some hot glue, some of my hot glue, dab it on the back, stick it on there, and that is as simple as that. And yes, I see some curly ribbon. You can use curly ribbon, any kind of ribbon that you want. And like I said, you can always go back, adjust your flowers, put them in there, stick in your business card, and you have a perfect little Mother's Day bouquet. Now, who's ready to get started and make some of this money for Mother's Day?
I'm muted. Oh my gosh, Kammy, these are gorgeous. They're amazing. Okay, first of all, let me just say, your speaking skills, your presentation skills are impeccable. That's top director. You just spoke as a top director would speak. And there's people on watching you from Germany, all over. And so I just want you to know that this is your directorship year, okay? When someone does gift baskets, it can be for the initial income you create. But these gifts, I want you just to think about how beautiful a woman is going to feel when she receives this, how many people you're going to help and support that are either still afraid or reluctant to go out to the department stores or just don't have the hassle and the time, whether they're working from home or not. They're crazy busy. And just this is a vehicle. So for you this year, I want you just, number one, you're going to pray over every basket for how it's going to make the woman feel when she receives it, but that the receiver would be open to what's next. So inside every one of those gift creations, you are sure to incorporate your business card and to incorporate some type of a offer so that she will want to do a virtual appointment with you. You might even slide your little sample thingies or something. I'm not the merchandiser, okay? But I am saying that I want you to set a number goal. And in that, I want you to purpose how many of those baskets it will take to turn into the next team that you need for DIQ. It's coming. Your director is in the back saying amen, 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 okay? So I wanted to first say that. Speaking skills, presentation skills, your preparation, your background, everything looks, you could be on HDTV talking, teaching, okay? That's amazing. It's one thing to own the skill, and it's another thing to duplicate the skill. You have created what is so duplicatable that you could recruit your gold medal between now and the end of the month and show women how to do this. Number one, y'all, you want to have inventory for this. You need inventory. This is not something you're going to do with customer delivery service. This is something you want to have inventory for. So it's not too late as long as you have inventory. What's great about Mother's Day, I meant to pull some of the stats, but y'all can Google them. Most people, their price point for mothers is huge. It's higher, unfortunately, than the fathers, right? Not unfortunately. People will spend money on their mamas. And many people have more than one mama, okay? They have their mama, their mother-in-law, they have sisters. I mean, you will have people that will that will do this. Women will even want to buy these for themselves. Women will buy these for their daughters, but it's great for men. So I want to encourage you guys, now's the time to make a list of all the men, make a list of all the women, everyone. And how wonderful for the kids to purchase this for their moms. And so I want to ask you, what is your average? You don't have to go into all the details, but what's your average price point for your creations? Is it around 40, 50, 60? What's kind of the average?
The average is around 40.
Okay.
But I have a lot of customers that they want multiples. So I have a customer, she wanted 7 $35 baskets. And so I just check my inventory and I go from there.
And I love it. Go ahead.
I add in about $4 to $5 for the supplies for the bouquet in my basket.
And I love that the way that you put it in there. Women can look and see what's on their shelf, and you can turn that into a beautiful creation. Would you say that most of them average 3 or 4 items? Do you ever put more than 3 or 4 items in there?
Yeah, I've done a full miracle set, and so
okay,
in my bouquets.
So you can do that as well. Someone asked, these are for your local customers. Of course, as with anything, you can mail anything if you want to. Just postage is expensive. But have you ever done one that you've put in the mail? Or are they mostly local?
One of my team members did last year. She shipped some down south. We're here in California.
Awesome. They're gorgeous. And people are, I mean, the deal is no matter who you order from, if it's a basket, you know, I mean, you can go to Amazon and buy stuff, or go to Macy's and buy stuff and they have free shipping. But any company that you're going to buy a basket from, unless they're spinning a grip, there's some shipping involved. And so when people want to do that, I also made note that the tape, there's different tape, you guys, that doesn't leave a residue. So you want to be sure that you are using a great tape that won't pop off so much. So just a couple questions. How do you add in the boxes, or do you? I'm not sure what you meant, Tina. You might have to clarify that. Do you deliver it like that, or do you place it in clear plastic when you deliver it?
Sometimes one of these will fit in our large Mary Kay bag. You can put it in that. If they have multiple, I'll put them in a box. And I just in our inventory boxes, I ride around with one of those filled with bouquets in the back of my trunk.
I love it. So you can just have that decorated. That's wonderful. It's easy to do a COVID safe delivery with those. She showed at the very beginning. So maybe Tina, you're asking about the what's the thing called, the foam that you put in the beginning. I think that's what yeah, she said that at the very beginning of the video. Yes, replay will be available. And what was the clear ribbon for the bow? Tiffany Matthews said, what was the clear ribbon for the bow? Are the flowers real? No, they're silk flowers, but you could put real flowers. Somebody had a budget, y'all.
It's just some transparent ribbon from my girlfriend's, was it my girlfriend's house, girlfriend's closet? But you can get any kind of transparent ribbon that you find.
A tying ribbon, okay. And everything she said Dollar Tree, y'all. We're not doing a Dollar Tree commercial, but she said that multiple times, and it's not too late. It is not too late. You can mail. I'm just looking to see if there's anything. How do you add in the product boxes? If you wanted to put the product boxes, you would just slide them in the back. I think, be creative.
I actually see this one. This is the Bella Bolera, and I just take the product to the box. And then I add those little sticks in to reinforce it. So that way you won't keep your boxes, and you can put the boxes on the side of your product because it fills up your bouquet.
Perfect. I love it. We were also told when making plastic that we needed to always add in empty boxes. Yes, you can do that. So this is, I think we got it, Kammy. This is so good. You have blessed many in our national area. So now what you do, you guys, is you set a goal. You set a goal. How many of these packages would you like to retail? If your average was $40, would you like to retail? I know no one's going to set a small goal like 10, okay? But would you like to, 10 is $400, but how about 100 Okay, what would that look like, especially if you had 50 people that bought 3 of them from you? That's 150 baskets. So this makes it even more critical. We know what happens as we get closer to the end of the month. We can look at the calendar, see when Mother's Day is. So I would highly encourage you. I know many of you are going to be adding the micellar water into this. This will be great. And so decide your goal. So Tina, 10 is too low. I'm just telling you, 10 is too low. Everybody can do more than 10. Think about people you know. Ask for referrals, you guys, and use wisdom. We understand that on our regular Facebook profile, we can't post a call to action, but you can absolutely post on your regular profile. Look what I'm creating. This is great. Want to know more information? Go to my fan page, go to my customer group. There's plenty of ways that you can generate business. And I'm telling you, if I got one of these, Kammy, just as we close, show all of them up close again for those that tuned in.
This is our hydrating lotion and body wash.
They're so pretty.
Is the satin hand set that I just made. This is a satin hand set right here. I have some behind me. Let's see what I have.
And let me just say that your image, y'all, I would buy from her because of her image also. Makeup beautiful, hair beautiful. Okay, keep going. These are so pretty.
Thank you. So this is our the limited edition ones we had for Christmas. This is the coconut mousse and the lip balm that's in this one right here. Mm-hmm. So like I said, Bella, this is our mint bliss. Is our for those tired legs and feet, and it has just a little foot scrubby from the Dollar Tree again. Keep it. And this is just I have some more. I have them. And so this is again those limited edition ones we have for Christmas. This is the berry parfait one. And
great to move your limited edition.
With the hand cream and the hand sanitizer, and those really sell too.
Mm-hmm. And I bet this is Mother's Day is obviously the biggest thing, but what a beautiful wedding gift, a beautiful bridal shower, baby shower, just had a baby, just moved into a new home, realtor who closed on a deal, birthday. I mean, they're gorgeous. They're just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So yes, Kammy, I'm going to give this as a disclaimer. We are sharing, and Kammy is a very busy mama and a very busy Mary Kay Beauty consultant, and her director would want me to say this too. I thank you in advance for not flooding her with private messages. We've given you everything you need right here, and you could certainly type any questions that you might have in the chat, and kind of self-help. We've really given you everything. So one of the things that is challenging when we go to share and we share openly like this, and this goes viral, is sometimes people say, I have a question. Where did you get your tape from? Where did you get this? We are smart enough and everything is Googleable. So I thank you in advance for understanding and respecting that, for us to be able to share. The only people I want to reach out to you is your next customer who wants to purchase and wants to buy, okay? Because all of our time is so crazy these days. We want to use wisdom. Kammy, get going. I want you guys right now to send Kammy some prayer love in the chat. You can do it. We got you. I see you in blue. I know you're going to get the job done. I know you're one of the next DIQs in the Solids Rock area, because I totally know that when you give, it is given back. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Men and with women will have new consultant numbers as God gives unto your bosom. So on your team, Kammy, we are so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You guys give her some love. Yay, 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 yay in the chat. Bye-bye.
Bye.